In a prior video, I repaired a charge controller, and the problem it had was one of the FETs, the lead opened up on it. It just fused open, and got me thinking about how much current a FET lead can actually take. This is a TO-220. The interesting thing is that FET that I replaced was still functional. It was just the lead that opened up on it. So I thought I'd do this little test to see how much a lead could take. And I did this initially cutting just the length of the wire there and attaching a lead on each end. And every time I got up to around 50 amps, the solder would melt on it. So they do heat up. In doing this test, I'm doing a 4-lead setup. These are the 2 current wires, and these are the voltage sense. So it's a 4-wire. I'm using a Hypatia 309. This is a electrical bond tester. It'll do up to 100 amps. It's kind of nice because 1 milliohm is actually a pretty big number on this. It reads out milliohms here and also the amps. So we'll turn it on. At the lowest setting, we're at about 3 amps. You got this one little LED on here. This goes up to 40, and then the 40 LED stays on, and it starts counting up again. So you just add those 2 numbers together. So hit this little button, and we're also almost at 7 milliohms here. And so we'll put this up to like 25 amps, and you can see the lead is heating up and the resistance is increasing. Of course, the more resistance you have, the hotter it'll get, and more chance of burning. I was kind of surprised. If you look at most fuses, you know, it's just a little piece of wire in there, and it's an interesting thing to see how much these can actually take. So I'll go up here to 40 amps. That's nothing visible yet, but we've climbed in resistance. Let's see if we can get up to that. We're at about 52 amps right now. I'm kind of amazed. I mean, it's still there. This is 70 amps. Oh, test just stopped. It only runs for a minute and a half. So I'm beginning to wonder if we actually see this fuse. I'm starting to see smoke. So this is 70 amps right now, and smoke is getting pretty intense, but it's still intact. The solder hasn't actually melted at the ends. I've crimped it. Okay. We've got up around 75 amps now, and the resistance has increased quite a bit. So it'll be soon. Oh, just opened up. So yeah, that's kind of amazing. You know, 70 amps on a little lead like that. But of course it's doing damage to the FET, and it's kind of interesting that this is just one lead. And you can imagine what the resistance is with 2 leads. It can get up there almost approaching what the FET resistance is. So, kind of an interesting test. Hope you found it interesting. These are really nice. This bond tester. It costs about $2,500, but you know it's worth it if you're doing this kind of work. So, hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching.